Alright, welcome in again, ladies and gentlemen, to a legitimate Week 13 race. Again, the last one that we did was actually a remake of Week number 7. I never did mention the legitimate reason that we were doing that. But on that note, into, again, a real Week 13 matchup. We got ourselves a really good one here with a lot of playoff implications on the line. So, let me flip this on over, and you'll see for the second time in a row tonight, so let's play two, quoting Ernie Banks. We got TheLogcat on the right side, your Cleveland Browns. He's now the home team, so he's moved from left side to right side for anybody that was just watching the previous race. LogCat is now on the right. I'm going to screw that up too, so bear with me and enjoy that. He's going to be taking on TheHakku this time, your Jacksonville Jaguars representative. And again, both pushing really hard for their playoff spots here. Hakku right on the verge at the moment at the number 6 seed. And again, they're often racing best of luck, guys. They're both going to be doing a best 2 out of 3 race using Isaac in the same save file, which is Platinum God. Everything is unlocked on it. And we'll race through the womb too. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart first gets a point. We reset both racers. Wow. Really quickly, we get to see one of our banned items right off the bat. So real quick, let me list these out. But let's see those no toothpicks, so no TP for anybody subscribed to the channel. But real quick, here's the entire list of them. You cannot take Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, The Shovel, or those toothpicks that we just saw that Hakku actually rerolled. You can D6 any of those 7 banned items, nothing else. Everything else is take it or leave it. Toothpicks are a special case, though. They only give you a shot speed increase, which is very minimal, might I add. So we allow the racers to re-roll them if they want to, as they're kind of, sort of useless. On that note, LogCat, as you see, into a famine fight, so let's also hear those famine, if you would. And he's using that attack fly that he picked up, the Forever Alone attack fly. And that's doing a ton of good damage for him. Ooh, speaking of horseman fights, the other one you can get in the basement, Hakku fighting the Headless Horseman at the moment. So he's going to wind up, after he gets through this, with the Black Pony item. That'll give him flying ability, plus movement speed, and a charge space use, I should say, which will make him invincible and damage anything along the way. Again, at the moment, kind of trapped in a corner here. Alright, let's get a Judgy, please. Even though it's a Demon Judgy, it still works the same. It takes your red hearts instead of money, though, on LogCat's side. And again, nothing too special out of there, so he'll be moving on. Yes, you can take the toothpicks if you want. That is correct. And difference between Platinum God and Golden God. Golden God is the original version of the game, maxing everything out and getting all the achievements. Platinum God is with the expansion as well. Alright, so there is that flying on the Black Pony for Hakku. And again, now on down to his basement too. So both on the same floor, both still basically in the same spot, looking for item room and boss fight. Again, great job there by LogCat utilizing that attack fly. And there's that boss fight we were speaking of. LogCat will probably go find that item room first. Actually, he may go fight the boss just on the assumption that he may be able to get a Devil Dealer God room. Nope, he is going to go find the item. There's a couple different ways you can approach that, and each of our racers does it differently. So LogCat in this situation knows not that many more rooms to clear necessarily. He's going to head to the top part, because that one to the right will not break anywhere else, and there's that item room. And we won't have signups for Season 3 till the beginning of next year. We're going to use Rebirth with it, so we got to wait till that game's even out in the first place. But we'll have signups somewhere around the first of next year. Hopefully. And it all depends on whenever they decide for the release date on Rebirth. Alright, item room and boss fight showing up combined together here for Hakku. So moving on in, gonna max out his fire rate with the Odd Mushroom. Little bit of damage down again, but he'll take that just for that fire rate. And on in for Blighted open fight. We got Monster on the right side for LogCat, already over halfway dead. And 1 or 2 more tears. Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't kill him. There we go. So let's get those yes crowns. We got Pageant Boy for a good 7 cents here for LogCat. And a God room for that matter as well. That prayer card tonight, I'm telling you, it really wants to be picked up a lot. So getting 1/2 an Eternal Heart. Excuse me, he's going to replace that. Excuse me for the hiccup again. Move on down to his caves, and you see that 1/2 an Eternal Heart for LogCat turned into a full red heart container. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hiccups. By the way, my cure for that is to drink a glass of water through a towel that I keep handy at all times. So I chug a glass of water through a towel, and it actually works. As you notice, I got rid of my hiccups. Sweet. Anyways, Kane's Eye for Haku's going to give him a 25% chance that as he hits the first room of his next floor and any floor thereafter, that each of those floors could have the compass revealed on him. 10 bombs not really worth the challenge room effort, so Hakku gonna pass on those if you're wondering why he's just leaving everything behind. Yep, works. Makes you actually stretch like the muscles in your throat that are contracting for the hiccups anyways to actually drink that, so for whatever reason it works. It's always worked for me, almost instantaneously too. And again, you notice I'm not hiccuping now, so somehow, some way, it works. Don't ask, it works. I just go with it. If it works and it ain't broke, don't fix it. Always my motto in life. Alright, still no key for LogCat's item room, so here's hoping on his way to that boss fight again that he comes across this. We said this a few times for him tonight. LogCat not getting so lucky with the key drops. Speaking of keys and boss fights, we got Hakku moving into his, so there's Pestilence in the, his Cave's Horseman fight. So we'll wind up with his first cube of meat, and his second Horseman, mind you. First cube of meat gonna wind up showing up here. I thought the motto was something to the effect of like cash, grass, or ass. Nobody rides for free. I thought that was the motto. Perhaps I'm slightly mistaken. There's Kane's Eye enacting, by the way, for Hakku, so he's heading straight on over, hopefully, towards the side of room. Yes, indeed he is, because that's going to break right on up to the top here. So 2 more Globins, we'll find out what he gets for his Caves 2. And then again, it'll be a beeline directly on over towards that boss fight, so you can thank Kane's Eye for that one. Depends on what state you live in. Depends on what state you live in as to what you list. Like I said, priorities. Depends on where you live. Some people want gas, some people want cash. It's up to you. It works the same either way, quite honestly. You're spending money on the gas, so... semantics. Anyways, 1 more room to clear. Hakku will be onto this Caves 2 boss fight. And again, there's that second cube of meat showing up on LogCat's that turns that cube of meat orbital into... excuse me, I almost said Guppy's head. Into Meat Boy's head, which will fire out shots as well as still blocking shots for you. So one of the probably 3 best orbitals in the game. It's pretty much a toss-up for erasers between that, Guardian Angel, and the Sacrificial Dagger as to what they prefer. Yeah, $3 bill, no thanks. Random shot effects on your tiers every single room, and we've seen that really backfire against a few of our racers, so LogCat gonna leave that behind as well. He skipped a lot of item rooms tonight, and by necessity for that matter, it's just been crap in there. What's up, Fade? How you doing? Excuse me again. So just looking for his boss fight now. Again, LogCat just gonna keep making use of that attack fly. That's become most of his damage output at this point. And there we go, Peep dying off. A little bit of range increase with Mom's Heals, and a God Room once again on Haku's side. Guardian Angel, so yet another orbital. You notice Cube of Meat also now spinning at double speed along with that Guardian Angel. So more shot blocking and a lot more chance at it with that double speed. LogCat didn't ignore his treasure room. He doesn't want the $3 bill. I just explained it. Yep, we do public signups every year. Ooh, Mr. Mega on Hakku's side, so that's going to give him blast radius increase, ups your damage on the bombs as well, and gets you 5 free ones, so he's up to 14 total now. Oh, you'd think wrong on that one, Bacon, because here's your wiki page. Alright, into his store. Hakku gonna grab that treasure map, and as he pops out, there's the entire map reveal of the mini-map. So, good educated guesses. Obviously, only 2 spots left where that boss fight could be. I'm gonna say the top one's probably his boss fight, though. We'll see which way Hakku chooses. Alright, there's that item room showing up on Depths 1 for LogCat, so again, pretty well evening this out here. Again, does not have the map himself, though, so won't be able to see where he's headed, just gonna have to make random guesses. Does get Daddy Longlegs, though. You'll notice a shadow following LogCat. Wait for it, right about now. There you go. That leg hopping down, same as the boss fight that you get. Gives you that leg to do some damage to anything that happens to not walk into it, per se, but anything it stomps down on. Because I'm everywhere. Collide. Somehow, I'm omnipresent. Good night, Rum. Have yourself a good one, dude. And again, we got Hakku dealing with these nasty little heat-seeking masks. Yeah, he's just going to try to bomb out. Thank you, blasted radius increase, and there's that boss fight. That was close, though. That mask almost moved that bomb out of the way to the point where Hakku couldn't have gotten out of that room easily. So he got pretty lucky there. LogCat dealing with War here. Wow, Daddy Longlegs actually hit War as he was coming back in off the screen. That's got to be a first that I've seen that actually happen. That's sheer dumb luck. Ooh, and good timing on this, too. Half a heart left. LogCat going to get through that fight. Third cube of Meat Boy, and you see Soccer Boy has been formed, so no more orbital for LogCat. And he has Meat Boy running around to damage anything that he walks into. Speaking of War, let's see Hakku fighting him as well for the Depths 1 boss fight. LogCat going to spend a little bit of time here. Ooh, that's going to be handy. Bloody Penny, actually. If LogCat were to get a coin at this point, it would have a chance to spawn half a red heart for him. So he may go look for his secret room. Mind you, he doesn't have any bombs for it. Boy, if it would let him pick up what he... Oh, God. How about the curved horn? That's plus damage to your shots. Oh, God, that's a tough call. There's good trinkets here. And LogCat's stuck in the middle of 3 of them. Ouch. This is going to take a minute to walk to the other side of. Nope. Nope. Where is it? Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Ah, there it is. That's the one he wanted. Curved horn. All right, now we're good. Moving on along. And of course, that splits it up slightly, so he's going to have to pick up the Bloody Penny to go back through. Again, probably hoping that he gets himself a bomb somewhere and gets into a secret room. Let's see. Ooh, health down on that pill. Jeez, not what we're looking for. But Hakku onto his steps too, by the way. Going to try some moon strats and bombing right on through his secret room. Let's see, one of his special rooms probably going to be up at the top here. Question is if it's which side it's on and which one of the rooms it happens to be. So let's see, ought to connect to this next room to the left here. And lo and behold, boss fight. So we got Mom's Foot showing up. Hakku at full health is just going to forget about the item room and move right on into his red Mom's Foot fight, looking for a time advantage. Alright, speaking of down to the depths too, LogCat also likewise on his depths too, though again, advantage time-wise Hakku's side. Not real much, yeah, that's English. Not a lot of health on either side though at the moment. Let's see, how about some fills? Oh, how about that health that we were looking for? Hakku finding balls of steel, so 4 soul hearts for him. And he's not even going to worry about the others. On down to the womb. Oh, jeez, really? Well, at least LogCat's got some money now. About a quarter for that last item room, given, obviously, 25 cents to LogCat. So again, definitely not what you're hoping for in that room. Yeah, LogCat shined his juke shoes today. Cat, I hope you don't fall. Okay, good. Cat's been sitting on my leg for about the past hour, and I have no blood left in it, so I was really hoping when I moved it that he didn't fall. And thankfully, he seems to still be sleeping, so I don't think he cared. Alright, Hakku again, trying those moon strats by going through his seeker room, trying to get on towards his boss fight. And we saw it work out beautifully last time, so we'll see if this doesn't happen to be the boss fight here. There's 4 or 5 good spots I can see where that boss fight could still show up. Actually, make that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't count. 6 spots where that boss fight technically could show up. Alright, one more room to the left. Are we lucky? Yeah, no such luck. So, dead end room. Hakku gonna bomb his way back out and not worry about the Glovins. Actually, he is going to because he has to get them somewhat clear. And at this point, might as well kill everything. Alright, nothing up there either, so we're down to just the 4 options at the bottom here. So, left or right? Hakku closer to the right side. We'll probably check over there first. And again, LogCat still working his way over to the... Really, Meat Boy? Did you get yourself stuck over nothing? How are you floating there? Oh my god, Meat Boy, you freaking perv. This is why 3-piece Meat Boy is somewhat of a moron. He got himself stuck over nothing. Unbelievable. Again, this is why we worry about getting rid of that really good orbital to pick up 3-piece Meat Boy. There's a good chance he'll get that 4th piece and a lot more damage added on, but you run a risk of a lot of stupidity. But again, onto his boss fight here. LogCat gonna get regular Grey Mom, so again, nothing too scary about her. Just gotta take out those spawns whenever she gets them. And again, right side was absolute nothingness for Hakku, so now he knows that he's heading towards his boss fight, and it will be connected to the next room. So, having to clear the entirety of the floor, except for the rooms he bombed back out of. There we go, boss fight over on the left side for Hakku. Again, one of the kind of downfalls, especially in the womb, is that with only that one, boss fight to really search for, there's a lot of opportunities for places for it to be, and you're really only looking for the one. So in this case, he had a 1 out of 6 chance, and took all 6 chances. Mind you, technically 2 of them at once right here, but even so, basically 1 out of 5, so 20% chance for him, and he failed on the first 4. But again, Daddy Longlegs, same thing that you see stomping down that same leg on LogCat's side is actually what Hakku is fighting on the left. So we got Squeezy, and LogCat's going to be on down to his womb one. Yeah, Curved Horn's way better than the Polar in this situation. So he'll be taking that damage increase on his tears. And Daddy Longlegs about to the 50% mark for Hakku, and it's really about finding boss fights now. We got Footstop Inception. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Quite honestly, we did. Another God Rip for Hakku. Ooh, and very nice. The Halo, +1 to all of his stats. So he'll be moving on down to the Womb 2 with 4 red hearts now. Wow, really? Again? 1, 2, technically there was one right next to him there, and we knew that wasn't the boss fight. So 1, 2, 3, 4 spots where that boss fight could be, and Hakku's gonna check lower left side first. So LogCat at this point really gonna have to make up some time here. Doing a great job at it, but really gonna have to cruise along and hope for a lot of luck finding his boss fight at the end of this hallway if he's lucky. Alright, how about Hakku getting up? Definitely not as lucky as we were hoping to be, so dead end on this side for Hakku. So 1 out of 4 chances down. Which way to try now? Obviously has to clear out this room. Gonna try up to the top, so we'll see what happens here. That was a buttless chub, by the way. Aw, buttless chub getting left behind hype. Aw, we'll let you live. You're too rare of a species to let die. Alright, but anyways, moving on into his boss fight, LogCat did find the Fallen here. He's going to get a guaranteed Devil Deal item at the end of it. Even if it is a shovel, he still has his D6 for that matter, so he could re-roll it into something else out of that pile. But we'll see real quick what shows up. Ooh, Lucky Foot. So again, nothing but lots of luck while gambling. You get nothing but good or neutral pills. You just don't actually get to tell exactly what they are. That would be the PhD effect. He just wants hugs. But again, moving on down to the Womb 2, it's all about finding this boss fight for both of these racers. And Hakku really hoping it's attached to his next room here. He's just got one more enemy to clear out. But he knows that LogCat is right on his tail. Ooh, no such luck. There is a Judgy there, but not going to spend the time as Hakku, so he's going to bomb right back out of this Double Envy room. And now 2 more choices as to where this boss fight could be. It's because you don't get a Devil Deal, you get a Devil Deal item. And to get LogCat down all the way back to the beginning, that gives Hakku a lot of breathing room here. And let's see which way he'll try after this one more room. It was already clear, so it didn't really matter. Probably this way. We'll say one more room and Hakku's got his boss fight. I'm feeling confident in this one. You know, he only got a 50% chance. I'm feeling confident now. Yeah, totally. He's going to let his orbitals do the work for him, as these tomatoes are really a pain in the butt to deal with. Very nicely done. Come on. Boss fight? Alright, boss fight. See? Told you, I felt confident. We knew it was there. Yeah. Oh, it was totally there. Duh. Where else would it be? No, I'm kidding. There was still one more chance, obviously, so... Hakku got this one enemy left to clear, and then he'll be on into his mom's heart fight looking for a 1-0 lead. Alright, and with those bombs, very nicely done. Ooh, I can't believe that actually missed that eyeball. That should have been enough explosion radius. I'm kind of surprised. Either way, landing it on mom's heart, so moot point. It still did its job. And both technically fighting Monstro at the moment, even though one is just the mini-boss of Mom at spawn. But again, Hakku already beyond 25% health taken out of Mom's heart here, making very quick work. Again, out of bombs though, so nothing he could do about these night spawns. He had to take care of those himself. There's that death card usage by LogCat, who also has that small rock for plus damage, plus fire rate, and minus movement speed. Again, Death Card obviously killed off everything in the room. It's basically opening up the Necronomicon and Book of the Dead, and basically trying to kill everything. It does a lot of damage. Isn't necessarily going to one-hit kill everything though. Becomes pretty darn close for most regular enemies. Boss fights, totally different story. That's just a good chunk of damage off of them. But again, speaking of damage, beyond the 50% mark is Hakku. Excuse me again. Good night, Gimme. Have yourself a good one, dude. Ooh, LogCat with that dodge through an umbilical cord on Gemini. That's always a scary move now that I know you can actually do that. I've tried it before. That is a scary proposition right there, trying to get between that. Ooh, I can't believe that actually got up again. So Mom's Heart ought to stay up after the next round here for Hakku. We ought to have enough damage done. Thank you very much, Jim. Yeah, that dead cat once again. So LogCat really not a fan of it. Even at this point in the game, going to leave behind the 9 lives dead cat. That would give you 9 lives of 1 red heart each of those 9 lives. So while technically a health up, a little bit worrisome in the fact that if you take basically 2 hits at this point, like LogCat just took 1, he'd be at half a heart. So it'd be a little bit scary. You would respawn with another heart container, but no thanks. Either way, probably too little too late. Hakku down to 2 hearts himself, but just a few more hits to drop on Mom's heart here. And again, with that one more. Oh, if that enemy would have gotten out of the way. There we go. Like I said, 1 more tier. Now Hakku had himself a 1-0 lead, so very nicely done. Getting a little sketchy at the end, but worth it for the damage, ladies and gents. So 1-0 lead for your Jacksonville representative, Hakku. And again, we do a best 2 out of 3, so as you can see, we're going to get both of these racers reset. Give us about 2 minutes here. Let's get up and stretch, because I need one at this point. So let's get up and stretch, grab a refill, grab a smoke, whatever the case might be. Meet you back here in 2 minutes. If you're not going anywhere, please at least go over to both of their channels. Here comes the split link for you. So head on over, meet TheLogcat and TheHakku if you haven't yet. Wish them both good luck. Tell them both great race. That was really awesome. And we'll be right back from round number 2, guys. Alright, we're back and we're ready to go for round number 2. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I hadn't seen it.
I hadn't seen it. We got a fraud detection alert. Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning. Anybody that gets that, we love you. And especially TheLogcat and TheHakku because they love that game. But nonetheless, we got a fraud alert. No, I'm kidding. Bad joke is bad, but it's TheLogcat doing it, so it works out well. Either way, TheHakku leading 1-0 right now, so looking for a 2-0 shutout, hence the fraud alert, obviously. Dive kick, y'all. Just saying. Certified 100% fraud. Either way, TheLogcat gonna look to tie this up and force a game 3 here. So again, they're both on a call together. And give me 1 second here to give you a link. There's a link into both of their channels. So go say what's up to them. All right, that dive kick. So I'll give you a link into both of their channels and go say what's up and wish them both good luck here. We're going to race through the Womb 2. Same rules apply as last time. So again, best of luck, guys. And TheHakku, like I said, looking for that 2-0 win and keeping his playoff, berth at this point alive. And TheLogcat going to look to move further ahead in his AFC North if he can pick up his second win of the night if he gets 2 back-to-back wins here. So again, best of luck, guys. See you, Pie. Have yourself a good one. Alright, we're off and running, so again, best of luck. We got blood rights, consideration, but not that early on for TheHakku, so he's going to leave it behind. Have an injure you to do a pretty good clip of damage to everything in the room. And again, we'll actually show you on week 14, next week for that matter, when we do our Isaac Myth-busting show, exactly how much that'll do for you. Oh, how about for the second time tonight, TheHakku finding the Halo, and his first item room for that matter, so he is off and running, and a smile on his face as he gets +1 to all of his stats, I believe, except... What is it, Halo's missing range, guys? I screw this up every time. It's missing one stat up, and I think it's range on that. I think it's Magic Mush gives you all stats. Halo's missing range, I believe. I always screw it up, though, so I always ask. Pills are random effects every time. You basically get a pool of, I think it's 6 random pills each run. And the colors change up every single run, too. So even if you're thinking like, oh, last time I had full health pills that were blue. And you take the blue pills this time and you get like, I should have taken the red pill. Sorry, I got a Matrix quote stuck in my head. Kind of. You get the idea. Either way, though, if you take a blue pill the next run, maybe it's health down, or maybe it's a bad trip that injures you. So it's every single excuse me. Try that again. Every single pill you take is random every time. Why didn't I take the blue pill? Thank you, Raffle, for understanding me. Like I said, I knew I screwed it up, and it was on purpose, obviously, because at that point I'd already used blue as the color, so yeah. Either way, let's see those yes crowns. Get a couple of pennies increased on LogCat's side. He'll be on down to his basement, too, so tying up the same floor that the TheHakku on the left side is on. And again, he's looking for a key to get into that second item room still. Alright, and LogCat finding his second boss fight. Gonna get his second item room before even bothering here. Also, I should probably note that he's got that blue aura around him. LogCat got the wafer, didn't he? Yeah, just as I see the question, too, by Twisted. Literally did not mention that, but yeah, he's got that blue aura around him, so yep. He's got the wafer, so half damage taken on anything, whether that be a champion mob, Mom herself, or any mob in the Womb and beyond, would only be a half heart damage taken. And again, same thing with blood machines, for example, instead of taking the full health, so on and so forth. Alright, not enough money for that compass, so hopefully we can find that secret room on LogCat's side. He's going to try over here. Ooh, only got the one rock out of the way. I was going to say, maybe he meant to go on that side. Ooh, man, that ain't it either. Well, damn. Alright, now we know where the secret room is. Let's try right down here. If not, it's right next to the item room. Alright, good. It's not that trolly. Not really, game. Now it's being trolly. He wanted money. And more than 2 cents, so here's hoping that somehow LogCat pulls a quarter out of thin air. He's gonna go gamble and hope to God that he can blow some stuff up in here. We got Famine on the left side again, so let's see if this Famine haze. And by the way, it's just an increased chance. You don't guarantee yourself a God Room or a Devil Deal just because you've done a run beforehand where you get one. It's not flat out guaranteed. It's a damn good chance. But as you notice, TheHakku got one last time, didn't get one here. So doesn't always hold true. 99% of the time, yeah, I'll agree, that holds true. And yes, you can. But not every single time will it work for you. On that note, LogCat did find just enough money. Why, thank you, Arcade, and thank you, External Compass. So he's going to be able to see exactly where he's headed on those mini-maps. Again, won't be able to see the room layouts, but he'll be able to tell where his special rooms are. And speaking of Famine, well, let's keep dropping those Famine Haze if you would. What's up, Ben? How you doing this evening? On that note, I didn't actually say it correctly, so there you go. On that note, also got a small rock in LogCat's room. So not only will he get the 1 cube of meat that is going to come off the Famine to orbit around and blocking shots, we saw that last time turn into Meat Boy, but he also gets plus damage, plus fire rate, and minus movement speed with that rock. I think everybody loves that small rock, unless you're already down at just like 1 movement speed. That thing is great. I love the plus damage and fire rate on it. That's something. That Mick Monkey. Why can I not say that together? How you doing tonight? All Alright, so in an XL version of the caves here for Hakku, he's going to have 2 item rooms and 2 boss fights back-to-back on the boss fights, mind you. The item rooms can be spread out across the floor, so this may take a moment or two to get through. On that note, there's those 2 items for TheLogcat. Like I said, he'll be moving right on down to his caves as well. And he's going to get a regular caves one. Again, only 1 room away from that item room, so going to make his way right here and then head straight on over to the right side, maybe on up to the top to get to that boss fight. That's going to be a tough one. Also, D20, so interesting. D6 will reroll pedestal items. D20 would have rerolled, let's say, that key in the center of the room. Maybe if he wanted to, he could reroll this treasure chest. I think, actually... Nope, he's not going to. That's why. You can get something good out of those locked chests every now and then. A little bit of health up for TheLogcat. And looks like Blood Rights really wants Hakku to take it, as it's shown up yet again. So Hakku will leave it behind. That, again, would injure you to do a lot of damage to everything in the room. What's up, Archies? How you doing? I'm good to see you ready. How y'all doing tonight? Again, let's say that, and you saw it, by the way, TheLogcat can reroll stuff like bombs, keys, coins, hearts, chests, empty chests for that matter, cards, what else am I forgetting, trinkets, into other such things of that nature. So there's the difference between your D6 and your D20. D6 is going to reroll stuff like the D20 itself. So any type of, like, pickup item or anything in your stores, well, your stores that you would buy, like, pickup items, actually. The other stuff, like the hearts and the keys, would be your D20 in the stores. That was a terrible example. But let's say that you go into your super secret room and you get those 7 red hearts in there. You have a D20, you can reroll every single one of those in one fell swoop into, let's say, maybe random bombs, keys, coins, like I was saying. They can also keep turning into hearts, too, so it's all just random. Isaac, why not D100? It'd be so much more useful. Alright, Counterfeit Penny coming out of that golden poop on Hakku's side. It's going to give him a chance that if he picks up coins, he gets 1 extra coin added onto that pickup. Alright, Pushpin gives a 10% chance of a spectral and piercing effect on your shots. So every now and then you'll see a ghostly, well, they already kind of do look ghostly with that rock effect on TheLogcat, but you'll see an even more ghostly looking tier, kind of transparent and see-through. Transparent and see-through. You know what I meant. I don't English good. Anyways, the Magician card on Hakku's side gives him 1 room worth of homing tears whenever he uses it, so Diane will be happy to see those purple tears. Oh god, that'd be awesome actually, Mister. Oh my god, that'd actually be a really good use for an item like that. Like, oh, don't like the boss you have? Ah, Mask of Infamy? Nope. Click. Oh, now you're fighting. Pin. Yeah. If only it were that easy. God, I would love that item. Alright, so through his 2 item rooms, again, Hakku just looking for 2 boss fights to finish off the Caves 2. TheLogcat just this 1 more room, and he'll have his 2nd boss fight for the Caves 2. Again, he's gone through 2 regular floors himself. Counterfeit Penny, like I was just saying, gives you 1 extra chance at, let me just say, getting 1 extra coin added on. If you were to pick up, let's say, a penny, it might give you 2 cents instead of 1. Pick up a nickel, might give you 6 cents instead of 5. It's I as in 1. It's technically 1. They're all Roman numerals on there, so it's technically 1, but I say I the Magician because it gives you homing shots and your eye changes. You get the pun with it, I'm sure. But it's technically the Roman numeral for 1. But again, the pun writes itself. On that note, there's that D20 reroll and a bunch of random stuff in the room. A couple of pills. TheLogcat will take 1 with him, but he gets that 2nd cube of meat. Same thing that Hakku's going to wind up with here. And again, loading screen error. Ooh, and it does turn into an XL floor. You notice the 2 item rooms on TheLogcat's screen, and he's going to beeline directly for this one. Question is, do you go somewhat out of your way for that 2nd item room? And again, it's not far out of the way, but that's 4 rooms, and that's enough. So we'll see if TheLogcat just goes straight for his boss fight after this. Double pestilence, man. Whoa. What does it mean? That you're pretty well screwed. That's what double pestilence means. That shows up in real life, you're double dead. Oh boy, how about that? Yeah, we're skipping the 2nd item room on TheLogcat's side. Polyphemus, huge damage up on those tiers. And again, you notice just the 1 eye. The Magician. Be here all week. Getting himself another pretty fly, by the way, so 3 orbitals to block shots for LogCat, one of which also fires out that tier. Ah, there was one of those pushpin tiers right there, so it was spectral and piercing for that matter. You'd still pretty much get the same effect with this, but does not have the spectral effect on Polyphemus. That piercing would have still happened in that situation, but you'll notice the color change on these now. That's when pushpin enacts. So another pretty fly, totally useless. LogCat already hit his full 3 orbitals, but takes it anyways. And one other pill to take with him randomly, hoping that that turns into a full health later. Excuse me. That was a Washka. So, Hakku finding his Depths 1 boss fight, gonna apparently skip over his item room as he heads on in to fight Monstro 2. And again, he can keep Monstro 2 in this exact pattern right here. Watch him flip his head side to side. 1, 2, Brimstone. Walk in between the 2 and the Brimstone and just keep that pattern up over and over. Double passports. Ah. No, Papers, Please. Totally not. Yeah, Papers, Please Racing League. Here we go. How quickly can you get what's-his-name legally through the passport check? Why can I not think of his name now? Oh my god. Somebody will name him really quickly. A little bit of health up there for Hakku. Moving on down to his Depths too. But again, LogCat working his way over. One more room to clear, and it'll be at back-to-back boss fights to finish off his Depths. Georgie. Jeez. Good old Georgie. Why can I not think of dude's name? That first passport's so damn cute. He tried so hard, man. Anyways, like I was saying, back-to-back boss fights, and yes, LogCat will skip that second item room for the Depths. Hakku probably wouldn't mind doing the same thing and just finding his mom's foot fight. Thank you, Xavier. How you doing? Yeah, that crayon passport. Oh, I laughed so hard when I saw that. Alright, moving in. Wretched for the first of the 2 boss fights here on LogCat's side. Again, right after this, we'll have Mom's Foot to deal with. And speaking of Mom's Foot, moving right on along, Hakku, like I said, going to be happy enough to find Mom's Foot and not worry about the item room. So moving on in, Hakku with that time advantage. Although technically now both in the same room as LogCat picks up stem cells for health increase and shot speed increase as well. And moving on in for Blue Mom, so we see the 2 new expansion versions side by side. Red Mom's going to pop her foot down a lot more often, and at pretty good speed as well. Blue Mom will do the same thing, but also spawn a bunch of expansion level enemies, just like those splitting spiders and mini greed heads that you're seeing here. There's a lot of other nasty ones too, like butt lickers and such. They are very, very nasty in this room. But again, both pretty even on damage output here. LogCat just slightly behind Hakku, who's almost done with Red Mom. And probably 1 or 2 more hits here for LogCat. We'll tie him up with Hakku again. Indeed it will. A little bit of shot speed increase, exactly what he needs with Polyphemus. Notice those shots move at pretty well normal speed now. Also grabbing the Polaroid for both sides. If they were to get down to half a heart, oh boy, that would spawn a 5-second damage shield. LogCat another loading screen here. Oh boy, and another Curse of the Labyrinth, which means he's only looking for 2 back-to-back boss fights, and with that compass is going to beeline again directly to them. So that could be a huge time advantage for LogCat here. Again, a little bit of health increase on his side. He's actually rocking more health than Hakku at this point. And this one more room to clear, and we'll be on to 2 boss fights. Hakku finding his first boss fight as well for the womb, but again, it's a lot of time differential here as LogCat is also going to be at his momentarily, and then immediately basically skip over the womb 2 completely and onto Mom's heart. Yeah, well, this escalated quickly. Alright, double envy. This will waste just a little bit of time here on LogCat's side, so Hakku going to make up a bit of time, saving those 2 bombs, though, against Gertie Jr. Again, not a nice room in between both of their boss fights here. So nasty mini-bosses to have to worry about taking out. Yep, the last 2 rounds of the playoffs are the only times where we're actually going to go all the way through the chest in this. And basically, that's the only time you're going to need to have the Polaroid with you. Foos. What's up? How you doing, sir? Ooh, the Fallen once again. So, guaranteed Devil Deal item at the end of this. You may also still get that Devil Deal, or a God Room for that matter. But guaranteed free item out of the Devil Deal pool from the Fallen here. And again, LogCat gonna move on to, ooh, Conquest. Again, not a bro. Gotta watch out for those beams of light. Those will do a lot of damage to you. Again, LogCat rocking that wafer though, so half damage on everything down here, remember. And speaking of that, there's one of those beams of light just being a douche and actually hitting LogCat. Ooh, muted. Ouch. I'm getting better at Spelunky, kinda. Sort, not much, but I'm getting better. Alright, Sister Maggie, so a follower with pretty decently damning tears. Damning tears, yeah, that's what I meant. Your damning tears tell no lies. Yeah, not what I meant. Damaging tears with Sister Maggie. You'll notice that they are red, so they got a pretty decent damage output. Again, we'll prove that exactly how much it is next week for you. And that way I can stop just saying lots of damage and tell you exactly how much. Alright, the LogCat again on into his second boss fight here for this Loom XL, and that is Mom's Heart. So looking for a tie here at 1 apiece. Oh, the jungle's no joke. Like, anything past that, too. I got lucky in the one of the 3 times that I made it to the Ice Caves, which was the first that I made it through, but it was sheer dumb luck. And a jetpack. And a shotgun. I may have robbed a store. It worked out well, though. Just saying. May have robbed a store for that. Yeah, LogCat working on about the 25, working to the 50% mark here. Those bombs doing a lot of work for him. And again, he's holding on to that charge of Crack the Sky that you saw Conquest using against him. So he'll wait for Mom's Heart to stay out for the remainder of the fight, which will be in about 20% more health done. Jungle spikes? I don't have a clue what you mean. What jungle spikes with blood on them that I may have caused? Ooh, Hakku down on the left side. Ouch. He was pushing to get through as fast as he could there to catch up, but ouch. Down on his side, that leaves a lot of time here for LogCat. And again, he's got 3.5 hearts still. Again, there's it. Liv staying out the rest of the time. LogCat gonna worry about taking out that one other knight. Again, still has that Crack the Sky usage. It's like Haku's just gonna go ahead and accept defeat possibly on this one. Ooh, gonna find himself a curse room too if he can. But again, LogCat down to just that last little bit. Ooh, thank you, Mom, for taking out that Globin. Nice pot shot, Mom's Heart. Much appreciated. But again, still 5.5 hits that LogCat can take here. And again, there you see it. So taking out Mom's Heart, as soon as you see the way up and the way down to the next floors, you got yourself that win. So we're tied up at 1. LogCat gonna pour, or excuse me, Hakku gonna pour himself a drink over on the left side. I say we all join in on that. Also, I want that never-ending drink and that never-ending bottle of booze. Anybody else? I do. Show of hands, how many people want the never-ending bottle of booze that Hakku just showed? On that note, let's go find that. I'll give you 2 minutes. Let's go find that never-ending bottle of booze. Everybody go grab yourself a drink, whether, smoke, whatever the case might be. Meet you back here in 2 minutes. We'll get round number 3 underway, and we'll find out who wins the night between the Hakku and LogCat. So I'll meet you right back here, guys. In the meantime, go meet them both. Let me get you a link into both of their channels. Be right back with you. Like I said, go meet Hakku and LogCat. Be right back, guys. Alrighty, we're back and we got round number 3 just about to start here. Let me get you a link into both Hakku and TheLogcat's channels. Be sure to head on in, give them both, give them both the support and give them both good wishes for this third and final race here. We're going to see who takes the win home. Will it be TheLogcat, your division leader in the AFC North? Or will it be Hakku, who's looking to keep his division hopes alive? By the way, I should also point out on something here that I had completely spaced on. If TheLogcat wins this and beats Hakku, which would be 6 losses on Hakku's side, that clinches a division for Cobalt Streak as well, who also already has a playoff spot, but that would flat out clinch the AFC South for Cobalt Streak. So lots on the line at the moment here, and Hakku looking to keep himself above 500 in that 6th playoff spot for that matter, so he's hanging on to this too. He needs this win very badly here. So again, best of luck for both of you guys. We're racing through the Womb 2 once again. Same rules apply, and they'll be off and racing when they're ready. Oh, no problem at all, Amy. Yeah, it's basically what it is. Like, there's a, what am I trying to say? I guess a pool of ads that can play every month, and once they basically go through some of the stuff, it's a lot of the same ones by the end of it, and they're waiting to basically refill it near the first of the month, so it may take a little bit of time. But yeah, you'll see a lot of repeats near the end of every month, just kind of the way it works. Alright, Mr. Boom, yet another reset, so still nothing to work with here for either racer. And again, they're both looking for anything with some sort of damage up. Maybe damage and health up. That would probably be the most beneficial thing, quite honestly. But they'll take any sort of damage up at this point. Or Lucky Foot. That's probably not a half bad thing. Hakku going to get nothing but good or neutral pills. Won't be able to tell what they are. That's the PhD. But again, nothing but good or neutral pills from here on out on his side. So possible lots of stats up there if he happens to come across a lot of pills. And Black Widow just about down, though, making a lot of extra jumps here on Hakku at the last second. That's being kind of rude. Yep, personally, I'd reset on the homing shots, too, on Spoonbender. I don't personally like homing shots. Robo Baby, on the other hand, I do like, so TheLogcat going to take that and be on a long. Got Wire Code Hanger for the Hakku, and that is increased fire rate, so he'll be moving on down to his basement, too. What's up, Slack? How you doing, man? Alright, so Troll mini-boss fight on Hakku's side. He's actually split things up in about the worst way possible, so he'll work on taking out each one of these individually now, I'd assume. Alright, High Priestess card, usually a one-shot of most bosses, as you can see brings down Mom's Foot. A little bit of speed increase with the Wooden Spoon, and TheLogcat also onto his basement too. Alright, speaking of pills, Hakku knows that he's going to get nothing but good stuff, or neutral at worst out of it, so a little bit of range up there with that first pill spawn. So far that Lucky Foot's paying off. This song's called the Clubbing of Isaac. It's on the Binding of Isaac soundtrack. Let me get you a link here to Nanny B's pages. So you can grab it pretty easily, but it's on the Binding of Isaac soundtrack, remixed by Big Giant Circles, and called Clubbing of Isaac. What's up, Hip-Hop? How you doing? And again, we got Mom's Contact showing up, so freeze effects on all of Hakku's shots now. And that is huge against boss fights. You can freeze enemies in place almost endlessly with that if you get lucky enough. And again, random effect on your tiers, so if you get lucky, cough cough Luckfoot, even though that doesn't up your luck. Weird enough, it doesn't actually up your luck stat. I know that's weird. But there you see that freeze effect. If you turn an enemy gray, they don't actually get to move or fire. And we got Bobby Bombs, so 5 free bombs and homing effects on TheLogcat's side. So he's up to 7 full bombs now. full bombs, like you get half bombs or something. Okay. Crump's English good, and he'll be on down to his caves 1, so slight advantage LogCat side at the moment, though Hakku is looking at his boss fight as well to finish off the basement. 1 penny, not really so worth the judgy. That bomb is worth getting into a key, though. So 1 key, LogCat can actually get into his item room when he comes across it. Alright, that's somewhat useless store. Hakku on the left gonna pass up that bum friend, which again would collect all sorts of any coins at the end of rooms that he can get his hands on. As long as you don't get to it first, he'll grab them. And kind of like a judgy, he'll wind up spitting out some items for you. Real quick, how about a 1 penny judgy, please? Ooh, he actually gave him half a heart. Well, it was something. Judgy kinda thank you, I guess. It wasn't an item, but that half a heart's half a heart. Alright, all sorts of pills. We got bad gas, one of the neutral effects. Let's see, Pretty Fly, 1 orbital floating around blocking shots for Hakku. Friends till the end, 3 attack flies, and I can't believe he's leaving the other one. Personally, I'd have taken it anyways, might as well. And I don't mean eat, I mean take it with you. Never mind. You knew what I meant there. Hopefully. Either way, both finding their item rooms here in caves right away. Again, difference of the floors being that Hakku has got himself an XL floor, so you'll see 2 item rooms and 2 back-to-back boss fights, so he's luckily found 1 right away. Speaking of followers, brother Bobby gonna follow around LogCat now, and again, base damage tears out of him again. So not that great, but it is damage. But you can't take it with you. I don't believe country music. Yeah. Hey, if you play it in reverse, your dog comes back, well, hell, your wife comes back and your beer unspills itself, so enough said. Alright, my little unicorn actually going to get left behind by Hakku. That would give you 7 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing capabilities. LogCat going to move on to that first Caves boss fight and get Peep here, so you got to watch out for that urine, aka lemonade, on the ground. Nothing too scary. Yeah, and your truck gets fixed. Like I said, just play it all backwards. It all works out, guys. Alright, there's that second item room for Hakku. Maybe something a little bit better. Scapular, at least we get to take it with. That's that yellow aura around him. If he gets down to half a red heart, Haku's going to get once per room, 1 blue heart to spawn for him. And talk about your short XL floors. Hakku immediately finding what will be back-to-back boss fights to finish off the caves. So time advantage now to his side. Can you lose Jesus? Oh my god. That was a good one. Pun intended there with... Yeah, never mind. Anyways, Pestilence is going to be the first boss fight here for Hakku. He's going to wind up with 1 cube of meat orbiting around and blocking shots, and again, damaging anything he happens to walking into. Notice that freeze effect going to help out a ton. No shots coming out of Pestilence, which is a big help in this fight. Oh, yes, I do, actually, Time. There is a song, like he was saying, called, excuse me, What Happens When You Play a Country Song Backwards. Legitimately the name of it. And it's good. Because it says basically what I just said to you. Alright, moving into that second boss fight, we got Hakku against Gertie now, so again, freezing her in place, she can't spawn anything and can't shoot either. Lo and behold, terrible timing on that spawn, was right at the worst time on that as he froze her, so right as I'm saying it can't happen, it basically looked like it did. Excuse me. I'd be surprised. It's all about even just 1 Emperor card can make up that time differential right now for LogCat, so you'd be really surprised. It isn't going to take much. Full card would be a teleport back to the original room that you came into a floor on, so maybe you get out of a dead-end room like LogCat just did, because you don't want to fight a mini-boss, so he'll go back and grab that Temperance card for a blood machine. And again, I bet she doesn't walk back into that mini-boss room. Again, LogCat also knows that this will be a store on this floor, so the Caves 2 store is actually a store, guys. We don't even have to go in to check it, and I can guarantee it, because if you see a mini-boss room like you see on LogCat's map, and again, we aren't going to go to the store with no money, but we can prove flat out that there is no other mini-boss on this floor, so that super secret room down below never would have had one in the first place, but if that were a regular secret room, and the store guaranteed to be legit secret room and store at that point. 1 bomb, might as well. Let's get a judgy, please, for Hakku. He's got 19 cents. Oh, really, game? Jesus. Okay, that kind of screwed him over. On the other hand, speaking of really screwing you over, how about the Depths 1 store this time? is actually greed, so blah. Okay, you're gonna spawn those 2 soul hearts off of the Hierophant card. No, I said Logcat. Logcat has 1 Set Master. Alright, Steam Sale will give you half off of anything in any store from here on out. And again, there's only 1 that Haku's going to find in the depths too from here on out. So not that great of an item, but it's greed. At least you got something out of it. Again, still looking for maybe 1 more bomb to get into that judgy in the center of the room with his money. Alright, what have we got going here? Anybody gonna find something cool? Let's try another lock chest. Ooh, that troll bomb. Ugh. Might as well grab the free money out of it for Logcat. How about item room and boss fight showing up again, connected to each other for Haku on the left side. So once again, nice little time advantage there. And both on the same floor, that's a huge time advantage for Haku. Necronomicon, not that bad of a thing. Might as well go ahead. Well, he's actually just going to use it once and replace it. So he'll take that D6 back with him. I thought he might use that death card at least against the boss, but nope. Going to take the D6 with him. And again, we got War frozen in place, but that'll be the 2nd cube of meat for the Haku. And that'll turn that 1 cube that he has orbiting around him into a head of Meat Boy. So again, shooting out tears, still blocking shots, and damaging anything it touches. Ooh, Logcat cornered himself there. Ouch, he should have gotten rid of the guy at the bottom. So Logcat down and back to the beginning. Painful way to have to go through that. And again, he knew that Haku had the time advantage there, so he was pushing a little bit. The what now, Nosh? There's that 2nd cube of meat, like I was saying. How about some damage up on Blood of the Martyr? So good way to start off. Joker card, free Devil Dealer God Room on that 1st floor that normally you'd have to teleport into, like you just saw. Won't exist at the end of the boss fight until the 2nd floor. So nothing doing with those 2 items, and again, Logcat just moving on along here. Dem doors. Dem doors. I'm actually really surprised he didn't make an elbow one. Alright, Guppy Spot yet again for Logcat. That's at least the 3rd time tonight that he's seen that. Something about having cat in his name seems to spawn that item for him. Ooh, this ain't gonna work well, because... Oh, it actually will. Oh, except he mistimed the bomb just slightly. You can one-hit pin if you time that just right. And again, literally missed that by about a frame or 2. That was close. Either way, though, Guppy's Paw will turn any red heart container that you have, full or empty, doesn't matter, into 3 soul hearts each. So let's say that you had this in Haku's situation. You could play that Demon Baby, empty out your red heart containers, and then pop them all into 3 soul hearts still afterwards in hopes of getting a good item, and then basically giving yourself 3 times the health that you just spent. So it could work out very well. And again, the more red hearts you get, the more blue hearts you get in return. Next race is going to be coming up in about 45 minutes or so. Alright, Hangman card allows Haku to fly from 1 room. He's going to go into his last item room, though, and pick up the Ouija board, so that'll give him Spectral Tears. It allows you to shoot through solid items. Again, not enemies per se, but again, you get the idea. Either way, the habit in his store is Haku finally gets to spend some of his money. If you get hit once per room, that gives you half a charge on your space use item. Not so usable with the D6 perhaps, but maybe somehow we get a judgy that gives him a space use item and that becomes a little more useful. But onto his mom's foot fight, Haku gonna get Red Mom once again, so she'll stomp her foot down. In this case, though, if you stand by the door, basically... Ooh, he actually moved, I'll be damned. But it'll basically just turn into her arm popping out more often. Looks like Haku gonna worry about getting the foot dead, though. So all you have to do is dodge side to side, or top to bottom in this case. And worry about those triple shots and avoiding them. There we go, now he's gonna move back down towards the door. Alright, so you had another XL floor for LogCat. So once again, those caves like to be XL floors tonight. 2 caves floors jammed together into one, 2 item rooms and 2 boss fights for him to find. And there you notice you can also push these guys right onto spikes, and again, they won't damage you while their heads are down, so you can push them right onto the spikes and kill them off yourself. Box of items, Hierophant card, thankfully 1 other soul heart. Lots of health up there for Haku. Gonna take the Polaroid and on down to the womb. So Utero is the expansion version of it. Looking to clear out 2 more floors though, and he could have himself a 2-to-1 win. And there you see those spectral tears coming into play. You can shoot right through those rocks where the enemies cannot, so you have yourself a little bit of a defensive move. There's the split link for you, sir. And no problem at all. How you doing tonight? Pushpin gonna get left behind. That Polaroid, not really gonna come in all that handy, I would assume, but you never know. Alright, even more money for Haku. Again, pretty well pointless. These Blue Gertie Juniors guaranteed to drop a soul heart after they die, so if Haku can get no hits in this room, he'll actually gain some health out of here. Praise the CP. There's that health up and a temperance card, so Blood Machine spawning. And Haku just going to use that 1 bomb he has to blow it up. How about some free pills? And again, does have that lucky foot on his side. I think. Yes, he still does, right? Yes, he does. What's up, Jen? How you doing tonight? Alright, Haku basically just getting straight on over to his boss fight here on Womb 1. Again, there's no item rooms, no stores, so... wow, voice crack. So you're basically just looking for these boss fights. And again, Haku moving on in, gonna grab Conquest yet again. So thankfully, plenty of health for this. And if he really wants to, again, Haku getting lucky with that freeze, mind you, but he can hang behind these rocks, and with that spectral ability, can shoot with a little bit of safety from those purple homing shots. And already at about the 50% mark. No bombs left for him, though. Good timing on that freeze disappearing and Haku moving out of the way. And still no luck for LogCat. This is a huge XL floor. Where are these item rooms and boss fights? Yep, Conquest actually going to give Haku a useful space use item out of this, too. So he'll want... Really? Throws him in the wall. That was pretty crazy. I don't think I've seen that one happen before. Either way, going to wind up with the white pony that you see Conquest riding, which will give him that same crack the sky usage of bringing down the random beams of light. Really, first things first. Ooh, he is going to risk it and head on into that devil deal. And I might take the nail. Ooh, really, he's not going to. He's going to take that white pony instead. Nail would have been cost him 2 hearts, mind you, if you would have taken it, but would have given you back 1 soul heart every time you use it, and up your damage for the room you're in. Along with being able to crush any rock in the room, which, in the womb, any red rock can actually be a tinted item rock, so that's tough to leave behind. But again, White Pony, like I said, along with Habit for that matter, every time he gets hit, that's going to give you half a charge on it, but give you those 5 to 6 random beams of light doing damage. Yeah, you basically be half immortal with a Habit, so that's a tough call. That's a real tough call there. Haku's splitting up a lot of these envies. Not how you want to do it. Take them out one at a time. Alright, Stem Cells again. Health up and shot speed increase. LogCat looking like he's going to skip his 2 item rooms on into his second boss fight for the caves, looking to make up that time differential. There you see that usage of Crack the Sky. And again, should Hakku get hit twice more, that would actually recharge in this room, allow him to use it again. Not just double envy, but one envy and one super envy. As you can see, that's splitting into 3 of those blue guys apiece. So more health up and more splits. And you guys see why I say that envy in and of itself is a troll fight? Put 2 of them in the same room. Talk about spending some time. Man, thankfully. Whoa. How did that one just ricochet itself all the way? Did everybody see that? The one large head that's left in the room, like, ricocheted around the room for no apparent reason really, really quickly? What the hell was that? Speaking of, we got another what the hell moment for Flash as it's trying to load up the depths floor for LogCat. And he's just going to get a regular one here. Ooh, this actually worked out quite nicely with Forever Alone Attack Fly now on Hakku's side. Will add more damage if that runs into any enemies. So this worked out well. It was a long room, but well worth it in the long run. More damage increase. Ha, there's that nail on LogCat's side, so, well, Hakku may have left it behind there, but the nail, as you just saw, used one time, gets LogCat that 1 health up, turned him into that monster for a little bit of damage increase. He's going to leave it behind, though, and keep that guppy spa. And again, more splitting enemies with Fistula here. But nothing for LogCat, or for Hakku, I should say, to worry about. Not at all a waste of the nail. That would have cost LogCat another 2 hearts. He's only got 4 total. So keep in mind, he would have had to go out of the room, cost him half a heart, back into the room, costing him another half a heart to switch it back out for Guppy Spa, and then back out of the room, costing him another half heart. So we're at 1.5 hearts right there just to be able to switch it out and go into that chest. So honestly, not a bad use right there. He basically just took it, cut even on his health loss, and walked right back out with his Guppy Spa. So breaking even or down 1.5 hearts and hoping to get something good. It's a chance you take, yes, absolutely. So, yeah, it could have turned out a lot better. I'm not arguing this, and yes, it could have turned out much, much, much better, but in a race situation, probably made the right move there, honestly. Just breaking even is good enough at that point. If you aren't going to take the item with, at least it breaks even. Oh, absolutely, Hip Hop Killer. How you doing? I think we've actually had that twice within the races this year, with the Forever Alone and the Distant Admiration Attack Fly. I'm pretty sure we've had it about, actually probably 3 to 4 times. Somewhere in that range. Well, that's why I'm saying, you take the chance right there, but why would you risk it at only 4 hearts, basically? The risk isn't worth it at that point. Demon Baby, wow, LogCat gonna leave it behind. He wants no part of it. That would have been automatic firing on a follower if anything got close to it, so even more damage getting left behind, but a lot of our racers don't like that automatic shot. It can get you in some bad situations. And I know Otaku's one of them. Now apparently LogCat also got talked into that. I know, I love Demon Baby, like I'll take that any day of the week, but I can name those 2 racers guaranteed will not touch that thing apparently, so interesting. I totally get it. Like I was saying, if you get in a room with a bunch of bomb flies, for example, and it winds up accidentally killing one that's right next to you, you're taking damage unexpectedly. So I understand the move. I'm not knocking it. I totally get it. But at the same point, I'm saying I would take it any day of the week. That's just me. Because at that point, I'll dodge to get away from the other bomb flies to do this extra damage. Like, Monstro would be dying faster right now if he had Demon Baby. So personally, I would have taken it. On that note, though, will it be too little too late? Let's get a quick judgy please on Hakku's side, and he's also got his mom's heart fight looking at him. So looking to close this out 2-1 and keep his division hopes alive. A little bit of health up on the way in, so looking pretty good here. Hakku gonna fight It Lives. But again, finishing off Monstro 2, that shot speed increase with Cat o' Nine Tails. At least we got 1 key, I guess, out of that item rock. Right on into another item room in Depths 2 is LogCat. Monstro's Tooth, no thanks. So he'll keep moving on along looking for Mom's Foot. But again, that 2-floor plus differential right now is paying off, and Hakku well in the lead here, looking just to finish off this room. Alright, once again, that freeze effect, keeping Mom's Heart actually in place. Thank you to that attack fly, doing a little bit more damage for Hakku, and he's below the 25% mark. You work that fly, Hakku. You work that fly. God, that freeze effect and fly is such a great synergy. That works out so nice. Also, Death Card taking out all those night spawns for him, and we're at the 50% mark now for Hakku. So, working along, looking very nice here. So down to the part where it lives will stay out the rest of the time. Just those enemies to worry about getting rid of. And there's that freeze effect once again, so no spawn while it's frozen. Mom's Heart, really just no chance against that. There's that Crack the Sky usage, missing every single one of those light beams. Wow, I hate when that happens. Either way, the last little bit of health here. And Hakku with that light and everything dying is got a 2-1 win. So Hakku, your winner here, keeping his division hopes alive and staying in the playoff race as at least the number 6 racer going into next week. So again, very